Pray to the gods or succumb to the deep depths below. Every deity has a story to tell and a message to relay, and it's the flawless Miko of anime that know how to convey it best. So set everything else aside, we Anime List bring to you our top 10 Miko anime. Your soul searching ends here with this magical countdown. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button for more great content daily. Number 10. Fushigi Yugi. Miyaka Yuki and Yui Hongo find the perfect read while visiting the National Library titled The Universe of the Four Gods, set in ancient China. However, this book may be more than just a few words on paper after they are suddenly transported into the world of the book. With their lives changed before their eyes, the road only falls steeper. When Miyaka is pegged with the task of being the priestess of Suzaku and must summon the god to grant 3 wishes. However, her best friend Yui is manipulated into being the priestess of the opposing god Seiryu, setting the 2 former middle school friends against each other in a battle of the holy. Be it a holy war or just an escalated difference of opinions. What these 2 girls get their hands into is an invigorating, supernaturally pleasing, and not without a strong underlying meaning. Number 9. Shrine of the Morning Mist, Asagiri no Miko. Claiming there to be something different about Tadahiro Amatsu, given his 2 different colored eyes, is simply stating the obvious. To make matters worse, color isn't the only strange thing, as apparently there seems to lie a hidden secret behind his left eye. One big enough that he's become the target of a masked demon sorcerer by the name of Ayatara Miramune. Seeking help, local priestess in training Yuzu Hieda recruits a band of 4 high school girls who undergo training to master their abilities and defeat the demon threat. But perhaps the real answer to everything is within the secret behind Tadahiro's mysterious left eye. 4 daunting gals mix in a Sunday of comedy and thrill. If you have a moment to spare, then you have a moment to dive into Asagiri no Miko. You won't be disappointed. Number 8. The goddess is a middle school student, Kamichu. The calm breeze decade of 1980s Japan, far off in the town of Onomichi, where Yurie Hitotsubashi takes on life like any other middle schooler. Things are usual until one day she suddenly announces to her friend Mitsue that she's in fact become a goddess. Seeing this as a great marketing ploy for her family's ailing Shinto shrine, classmate Matsuri jumps on board with Yuria's claim of divinity and becomes her manager. Now, a life of everyday middle school has transformed to one of wish-granting god conventions, aliens, and curses, all in a day's work, right? As such, after a long day of work, there's always a story to be told, and Kamichu is a natural at storytelling. Fun, quirky, and magical, the blissfulness this anime has to offer will set you and your friends on a binge-watching epidemic. You can't get enough of the everyday life of Yuria in just one episode, so you'll have to keep watching one after the other. Number 7. Destiny of the Shrine Maiden, Kannazuki no Miko. Welcome to the village of Mahoroba, home to the prestigious Ototachibana Academy and 2 of its students, Himiko and Chikane. These girls are like 2 sides of a coin, Chikane being bold and assertive, while Himiko is shy and less outspoken. Nonetheless, they share a friendship like none other. During their birthday, which happens to be on the same day, they are randomly attacked by a manipulated friend, causing them to awaken a dormant priestess power from within. Now, with everyone around them being a potential enemy, these 2 friends must fight to protect themselves to the very end. Power can bring forth many things, some useful and some life-threatening. As these girls struggle to face a world in which danger lurks around every corner, festering in those they believe closest to them. Himiko and Chikane not only have to find the raw strength to come out in one piece, but the mental strength to bear the weight of a world falling upon them. Number 6. Hiro no Kakera, the Tamayori Princess Saga, Hiro no Kakera. An assuming high schooler, Tamaki Kasuga thought of nothing of moving to live with her grandmother in the far-off village of Kifumura, until she is attacked by strange beings, that is. Apparently carrying the blood of her ancestor, the Tamayori princess, Tamaki is bequeathed the responsibility of keeping society protected from the likes of gods and ghosts. Alongside her 5 bodyguards, Tamaki must defy the odds as she takes on her new role in life. But will she be strong enough for what lies ahead? A romance masterpiece that is woven together by the strings of a flawlessly realized vision of growth. This is an anime with a story meant to be told. And such, we highly recommend that you tune in. Number 5. Brave 10. Fleeing her own possible death, Izanami escapes into the forest after witnessing her temple and everyone within laid to waste by a group of slaying ninja. Luckily, crossing paths with the assassin Saizo Kirigakure, she is taken to Ueda Castle where her possession of a strange inner power is revealed. Now, with the help of Yukimura Sanada, Izanami and Saizo will traverse the war-stricken lands of the Warring States, period, in search of 10 brave warriors to be by Izanami's side. May the journey begin! Under the distress of losing everything that was once close to her, that resolve will be much harder to attain than anything. And it is this very representation of pain engulfed by a newfound happiness that makes Brave 10 such a great watch. Number 4. Kanagi, Crazy Shrine Maidens. Kanagi. Jin takes on a school project by carving a statue from the trunk of a sacred tree. Nothing too extreme, right? Except once he takes the project outside, it transforms into a girl who happens to be a guardian deity. In a backlash for cutting down her tree, Nagi, the deity, decides to move in with Jin as she takes out her anger on the world. Death to all the impurities. Kick-starting off in a rather idiosyncratic manner, we are blessed with the likes of Nagi whose quirky tendencies will make you fall in love on sight. She, paired alongside protagonist Jin, makes for an amusing, day-by-day mindless piece of artwork. A lightweight supernatural experience lathered with enjoyable mischief. If Miko Anime is your way to spend your free hours, then this is a must-watch. Just kick back and let Kanagi do all the work. Number 3. Gingitsune, Messenger Fox of the Gods, Gingitsune. The fox spirit Gintaro has since long protected the Inari Temple. Now inheriting the family ability to see Gintaro as the last remaining member, Makoto and Gintaro overcome their individualistic differences and set out to help the people of their loving community. Bonds are necessary evil, if you may. A backbone to humanity that can at times leave us vulnerable to some of the worst downfalls this world can present. Thus, watching Makoto and Gintaro, two completely different entities, learn how to harmonize through their common outlooks is satisfying to the soul, to say the least. A growing partnership between our two protagonists that is kept balanced by the unique qualities and knowledge that they provide for one another. Gingitsune is a charming piece that takes elements common within fantasy anime and winds them down to more elegant, casual, and simplistic story about characters and relationships. It is an astonishing presentation of an everyday world. Number 2. Kuma Miko, Girl Meets Bear, Kuma Miko. After spending her entire life as a Miko at a remote village alongside Natsu, her sacred mountain shrine guardian bear, Machi Amayadori yearns for the life of a normal girl. Thus, she does just that, and seeks to attend high school in the big city. While Natsu may be mind-blowing when it comes to many things, like talking for one, can he truly prep Machi for the bustling city life? Or will his tendencies to be too animal in nature? Country girl meets big city isn't a new concept in the world of storytelling, but Kuma Miko sure gives it to us in a fresh new perspective. As Machi faces her own reflection wrought with a stain of her social anxiety, we feel her struggle as she sinks deeper into her own regression. Battling the insensitivity of those around her, save for Natsu, you can't help but quietly cheer her on in hopes that she'll climb her way out of her own dark hole. Visually impressive, innocent, comedic, and amusing. This slice of life anime is well worth the watch, and we're sure you'll feel the same too. Number 1. Red Data Girl RDG Red Data Girl. Being raised under the roof of a shrine deep in the mountains, 15-year-old Izumiko Suzuhara has always lived a sheltered life. Not to mention her odd tendency of destroying any electronic device that touches her hands. But as any young girl would, Izumiko looks to change her life, and the only way to start is by cutting her bangs. Now, with perfect timing, her guardian Yukimasa Sagara has beckoned his son Miyuki to come to the shrine and become her new protector. But with a history of bullying Izumiko since they were children, these two have all the reasons to hate each other. Miyuki just can't seem to find the special spark that everyone sees in Izumiko. Unwilling to accept her as a goddess as his father does, this unlikely pair will ride a bumpy road before learning to accept one another. The presentation of the soul-defining journey that it takes to get there, told to a tranquil visual atmosphere, is what makes RDG a special weave of cloth in a factory of fabrics all too alike. Let us know what you think in the comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.